Ready for Pistons? You got the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and answer your questions.
Good, there you go, that's how it works.
I'll listen to you.
Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. John here in Lincolnshire for another exciting episode of Pistons, the podcast. Ooh, nice. It is the only podcast filmed here at Dad's workshop. In fact, we're not in the workshop today. We're sat out.
Know?
How do I know what?
That
it's the only podcast? Do you have your own?
Mum might do podcasts.
If you subscribe to that, thank you. Anyway, it's our February roundup, and it's a shorter month, February,
right?
Which means we've got less work done, and also means that we've got less time to do a roundup. Because last month's blooming podcast was like an hour long. An hour's worth of waffle, and nobody watched that. So we've got to get this under 28 minutes. 28 days in February, under 28 minutes. Crack on. Apart from that, you all right?
Very good, thank you. Living the dream, mate.
Yes,
living the dream.
Yes, I know. We're filming this podcast in between work, as you can probably tell. And the fact that we've sat down to film a podcast means that it is probably going to
means we ain't got any bits.
Yeah, we're waiting for Royal Mail to bring some springs, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Statistics then. Do you want a February roundup of statistics?
Jolly well do.
Big month, February, to be honest, for the channel. Hang on a minute, how many views do you think we got?
32.
32 views, or 32,000.
Yeah, and 30 of them was me.
Yeah, 163,866 views. Thank you very much. You're all absolute legends. And a mammoth month for subscriptions, for subscribers. How many new subscribers?
People can't believe what they're seeing.
How many do you think have joined the Coupland cult this month?
792.
Oh, you're a bit too high there. 615.
Far off.
I won't lie, we're quite a way off your million subscriber target for the end of 2025.
Shall I have to give out away yet then?
No, not yet. But if you are enjoying the content and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Look at that, two beautiful Typhoons coming over in tandem. Hi, Callum.
No, it's not. He mends them.
Well, Callum's not in them, but he's responsible for them.
What does it say on the side? Mended by Callum?
Actually, this is the organised Typhoon fly past that I did for us for the podcast. What do you reckon to that?
Good planning.
Good planning.
Lancaster next.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Lanc and the Spitfires. We'll wait for Callum's crew to disappear.
You complain about me sucking on the sweet.
Yeah, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you would like to, please consider doing so. It helps tell YouTube that you enjoy what we do. It's free. Just click a button. It's basically following us. Anyway, what do you reckon the most popular video was this month?
My motorbike.
No, it wasn't, I'm afraid. We will come on to you and bike chat in a minute, but it was the KGM ACTYON. Yeah, what do you reckon to that? It's had over 50,000 views. The fact that the video has had 50,000 views?
Yeah, my motorbike was more interesting.
Some people might agree with you, but the most popular video was me reviewing the KGM ACTYON. What did you reckon to the KGM
Do you know what
ACTYON?
I did think afterwards? Because people are complaining about SUVs with the high-up lights.
Yeah.
That's got low-down lights.
It has got low-down lights. It's got stupid lights.
Good thinking.
The KGM ACTYON was lent to us to review, for an honest review, not a paid review, by the team at Drayton Motors in Boston. There were high points about the car, there were low points about
I'm not involved in the official video though, because I'm not photogenic enough.
You did your Dad Reacts. That hasn't been as popular, I'm afraid.
It's their sales director or whatever it is knows me, so he's not going to have me in it, is he?
The KGM was okay though. It was the best KGM I've driven. I think it's the best one in the fleet. It was okay.
It was okay.
It's got mixed reviews. There's a reason I do new car reviews on the channel, because it helps fund this. They pay a lot of money, the advertisers, not KGM, the actual YouTube ad revenue. So it's funded the Smart project this month. More on that later. Anyway, start of Feb then, because we've not really achieved too much this month. I was knocked off my feet for about 2 weeks. I was poorly. Did you manage to get the lurgy? Yeah, a little bit. Mrs. JC made me poorly. Then I got poorly, and there's a video on the channel that basically says, I'm sorry, I'm poorly, so there's no videos. And then if you actually watch the KGM action video, you can hear I'm still not 100%. So less to talk about, but that gave you a chance to do some of your own jobs. Talk us through what you've been doing.
I've been tinkering with my GS500.
That's your motorbike, or one of your motorbikes in your motorbike collection. Talk us through what you've had to do with that.
I dug it out from underneath its dust sheet.
Yep.
And I've recommissioned it.
How long had it been sleeping?
I did tell you, I forgot now, about 6 years, isn't it?
Yeah. You used to use it to commute to work on.
On nice days, yeah.
On nice days. Then you retired to become a full-time fleet manager.
And I took it off the road.
You took it off the road, and what made you think, do you know what, I'm going to get that back on the road this year?
Take my mind off all these crappy old cars.
Oh, right, okay, fine. Well, I don't think people will be happy you discussing your Peugeot 406 as a crappy old car.
I think people would want me to see me wheel my bike out and stand it in front of us.
Well, let's not do that, because you might damage the Impian, or you might damage this. You might screw up the plastic.
Okay.
But you've got the... Do you want to get your bike out?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
It's going to rain anyway.
No.
Yeah, there's some videos on the channel of you talking about your bike. There's not much bike work on the channel.
No.
People want to see more bike videos. I'm guessing you're going to dig the Triumph Tiger out and talk us around that and do some work on that.
It doesn't need any work doing to it.
What did you actually do to recommission the
Recommissioned the Goose. I fitted new fork seals and bushes.
Yeah.
Put new seals in the front caliper.
Yeah.
I cleaned the rear caliper and eased it.
Yeah.
I took the carburetors off and stripped them and fitted new O-rings.
That was probably the biggest bit, wasn't it?
Well,
yeah.
And I've been fettling and I've been fettling and I've been fettling.
It's got some good comments. Lots of people have
I'm going to fettle it some more yet.
said nice things about it. And it's quite rare to see a good condition GS500E because they are used by, well, delivery companies and
Used to be.
learners.
They've nearly all died now.
Nearly all the good ones are tucked away in a private
I
collection.
found an old video on men and motors. And there was this man who was a bit of a motoring expert, was very scathing about it. So if I ever see him at a car show, I shall be scathing about him.
Good. Have you got an MOT on the Goose yet or not?
No, I'm waiting for the weather to pick up.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I don't want to take it out in the rain.
If you're into motorbikes, it's mainly about cars on the channel, but Dad has been discussing his motorbikes. Check it out. Videos
secret passion.
are on the channel now. We'll get some more.
My dirty secret.
Dirty secret, yeah. We'll have to have Pete Coupland Bikes, a new channel. Well, you've been doing that, and whilst you were doing that, I was chasing a person. I'm not going to call him a gentleman. I was chasing a person for Fiat Doblo parts. Because remember, January the 15th, there was the incident.
The incident, not the unpleasantness thing.
Not the unpleasantness. There nearly was some unpleasantness last week. Effectively, there are videos on the channel. Thousands of people watched because I got home from work after being promised that the Fiat parts were going to be delivered. You got up bright and early in the morning, stood outside in your finery waiting, and, well, they didn't appear.
I saw him leave the shop at the corner there and go round.
Yeah.
I thought, that's his van.
Yeah. Anyway.
I even went to the number 24 down that road to see if he'd made a mistake and chucked him on the front of that.
But he hadn't.
No.
No. Fine. Anyway.
He had a lapse of memory.
There was... Yeah, well, no, he'd fobbed us off and he'd mugged us off. Anyway, there's a video of me on the channel, quite annoyed that I'd been lied to and that the Fiat Doblo parts had not been delivered. Thousands of comments. Go through the insurance. We'll talk about that in a second. Go to civil claims. Go to the police. Not a police issue. Anyway, it's semi-good news.
We've got the bits.
It's 2/3 of the way good news, because the next day, after a rather unhappy John Coupland on the phone, he delivered a new a painted wing, a painted headlight trim, and what can only be described as
a shit headlight.
A shit headlight.
Funny way to describe
It's worse than the headlight that's on the van.
Apart from the fact it's not got any brackets broken off.
Yeah, exactly. But do you know what I've decided to do?
Mend it.
Not talk to that man ever again in my life, and buy a new headlight. So actually, the money raised from me going, oh, I haven't got my parts, is paying for a new headlight. So if you've watched me upset
Who's
and
paying
angry
me to fit the bits?
Well, I'll pay you.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've watched me grumpy and upset and angry and being mugged off by this person, then you've helped
Can you
fund...
want my bank account details now so you can transfer?
What, they could transfer?
No, you can.
Yeah, it can do.
I'm not going to tell everybody their bank account details,
Well, they
because
can
one or
transfer you
two
some-
people might not be very nice and might take some money out.
Or one or two people might send you some cash.
Well, no, I should feel
Pity
guilty.
cash.
I should feel guilty then, because I'm not like that.
No, so, yeah.
We'll get it sorted.
We're
Are you
go-
going to take that out my way?
What's that?
That wing.
Yeah, can do.
I've got some bubble wrap for it.
Fine. Effectively, Fiat Doblo needs a new headlight. I'm going to have to buy one. It's going to cost me over 100 quid. But the wing and the trim is here. We shall fit that. The good news is...
The good news is, what if it all doesn't fit when we get it?
Well, we haven't... Well, the van is here today. Let's offer it up and see if the... Yeah. Anyway, the Fiat Doblo drama incident is over. Kind of. And I'll never have to speak to that man again, but we've got some
fixed
work to do on that. Well, that's what I'm leading on to, because I couldn't actually use the van because the master cylinder went bang. Talk us through that.
Yeah, master cylinder broke. We took it off, got a new one, mended it.
So I went to move the van after blocking in the KGM ACTYON overnight in case somebody spied it and thought I might steal that.
Why are they particularly easy to steal then?
I don't know. But I used the van as a battering ram, and the van has rebelled and thought, no. I am not a security device, I am your van. And the clutch master cylinder exploded.
Bums.
We've refitted a new one, the video is coming soon, this weekend actually, and it's cost 35 quid. Easy job. Easy job. Watch that when it comes out. So I've been running around in my van. It's on the drive now. It's making a funny little noise.
You're going to have to show me that.
We'll have to. Yeah, I think it's just a little turbo noise, but not a major issue. But guess what?
What?
The whole reason for me having to deal with this gentleman away from the insurance company is to stop my insurance policies from going through the roof.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to talk about. So the reason that we had to deal with that gentleman and not go through the insurance is I have in excess of 20 other insurance policies, and I think if you claim on your insurance, it's well known that even if it's not your fault, the likelihood is your insurance policies will go up a bit, right?
And you're supposed to tell them anyway.
So this is what I did. So I did a notification only phone call on the day of the incident on the 15th of January and let my insurance company know I'm not making a claim. There's been this incident as per my policy because I didn't want it to be void, and that's it, done and dusted. Anyway, let's roll forward a little bit to the 18th of February, whereby I got my insurance reminder for the Rover 75.
Right.
Now, I insure most of my older cars on a classic policy because, as you know, we use them for taking to car shows and just having in case the whole Coupland collection goes up in flames. A lot of things don't go very far. Last year, for me to insure the Rover 75 with Adrian Flux for a year, Adrian Flux, by the way, is who I insure most of my cars with, not a paid insert, it was £121. How much do you think my renewal came through at?
£280.
About that.
Because you told me that.
So I immediately got on the phone to Adrian Flux and went, what? What's happened there? And they told me that they'd got notification from the CUE, which is the Central Underwriters whatever, that there'd been a claim on my policy on the 15th of January. So basically the Central Insurance Notification Bureau had said, whoa, this guy's driving history, he's had a crash and he's made a claim on his insurance. Which caused me a big panic at the time, didn't it? Because I thought, well, this is
even if you've not had a claim, if you've got it on there, it does bump them up a tad.
Well, I thought this is going to financially cripple me for the next 3 years because it affects your insurance premiums allegedly for 3 years. Anyway, I rang Aegeus, who is the company that I had the notification with the van, and said, excuse me, what on earth? And thankfully they've provided me now with a letter that they've updated the CUE to say that it wasn't a claim, it was notification only, that it was not my fault, it wasn't a crash that anyone claimed on, and I am a good driver. So I've told Adrian Flux, and that has thankfully brought everything
Back to normal.
back to normal. In fact, the renewal is due on the Armstrong Siddeley, and the renewal is due on the Black Knight, and those policy prices have come down.
Yep.
But if I hadn't have questioned it,
Yeah,
if I hadn't have pushed it with Aegeus, because they had told the CUE, the central database, this bloke's had a crash, and he's made a claim.
Yeah.
So somebody somewhere
Just press the wrong button.
had either pressed the wrong button or just couldn't be bothered to get the information right. But now I've got it right. But something to keep an eye on. I think there needs to be a whole video of us talking about this, really. But insurance policies, and we've discussed insurance on the channel before, you've got to be on their tail a little bit, else they'll take you for a ride. Anyway, that is all sorted. Leads us on nicely to what's in the workshop.
What's in the workshop?
Or what's on the driveway.
Can we have a comfort break?
Yeah. Can you not go 28 minutes without needing a wee?
Come on, let's get this.
Did you enjoy that comfort break?
I did, thank you, yes.
Good. Right, that leads us on nicely to what's in the workshop / what's on the driveway.
It would be in the workshop if it weren't for that other thing.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Proton Impian in a second, because a lot of you are asking questions about that, including
Me.
Dad. But the Smart 451, the orange Smart, and we've started talking about it and the sun has come out. It's brought it out. We've been doing a lot of
Do you
work.
know something?
What?
I've got bad news for you.
What's that?
It's my dinner time.
Stop everything.
That's it.
Dinner break.
Dinner break, 12 till 2. Continental hours.
We've been doing lots of work on the Orange Smart, thanks to Kane from Evolution Limited, the go-to encyclopedia for all things smart. If you're not subscribed to his channel and subscribed to his website, link is in the description. He sent us some new front springs
Well did.
and new shock absorbers and some tools. We've done the work on the car, we've done that, that's done. You'll see that next month on the channel, because the video is, well, it's halfway through being edited. 2.5 hours of raw footage.
Excellent.
I've got to somehow get that down to 20 minutes. How did that job go?
It went all right because we've got the proper tools.
It did, yes.
It went a piece of wee-wee, really, didn't it?
It did. And then, as you will have seen, if you've seen the shorts video, 50-odd thousand people have watched me getting in a smart car and breaking the rear springs, which is what we are currently doing today, kind of. We're waiting for Royal, where the bloody hell is my parcel? Because
It's at the north. Oh, it's still at Peterborough, I think.
I don't know where it is. It should have been
Mine's
here
still at
yesterday.
Peterborough and it should be here.
Should have been here yesterday, then today, and now it's not here.
Have they got flooding at Peterborough?
I don't know. I'll ring up my friends in Peterborough and ask. So we're in the process of changing the rear springs on the Smart 451. 30-odd quid they've cost because, as you can see, I broke one getting in the car. It was on the way out though,
You
wasn't it?
told me you'd put some weight on now, I know you had.
And also, you can see today, we've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 new Cumho tyres fitted to the rear tyres.
I can't fit them, mate. You need your track doing.
Oh, I'll tell you. Go on then. The place that I went to have them fitted, at the beginning of my interaction with them, refused to fit the tyres because, quite rightly so, the old ones had
Needed the track checking.
needed the track check. They were wearing unevenly.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're for the rear of the car.
Yeah.
And you can't change the tracking.
Not without changing all the bits.
So effectively, the tyre fitting company, which I will not name and shame,
No.
they've sorted it out in the end, basically said, oh, you need your tracking doing before we'll fit the tyres. You can't change the tracking on a smart car at the back. So they were trying to upsell me, weren't they, effectively, trying to get their bonus.
I think he was following procedure.
Yes. Anyway,
Then
after...
his boss said, stop being a knob, Dave, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And fit the bloke's tyres.
And fit the tyres. So new tyres fitted. Do you know what? I think that was a bargain.
It was. When you told me, I was surprised.
2 fitted Cumho tyres for £113. Can't go wrong with that. Black circles, not a paid promotion. I'm impressed, apart from the issue with fitting them.
It's a funny onion.
Who?
The gentleman.
Yes, what are you doing now?
I would have checked why. I had a message.
Oh, it's going to be Mum, isn't it? Come and pick me
No,
up.
it's Lidl.
Oh.
Please come and check our facilities.
So that is what we've been working on the Smart 451. Go on then, tell us why we are not in the garage.
Because there's a blinking Proton Impian still.
We've had the Proton Impian now since
bored with
October. I'm bored with it too.
I want to put my Nissan Note in there.
Shall we sell it?
Yeah.
Should we sell it? Anyone want to give me 800 quid and we'll sell the Proton Impian? Where are you going now?
I'll give them bloody 50 quid to take it away.
Yeah, so we're a little bit bored with the Impian project. It's stalled. We spent all that time doing the brakes. We have been working on it though, haven't we?
Well, we've had a bit of a clean up and that, but we've got a lot to do.
We filmed lots of content last week on the Impian. We've done some spray painting, we've done some cleaning underneath, we've done some mud flap stuff. There is a video coming in March. I don't need to do too much to it apart from put some tyres on it and take it for an MOT now, I don't think. And clean it.
Yeah, just some bits of fettling really.
The Impian, I think, is going to be leaving Dad's next week and coming back to my house just to be there whilst we fettle other things. But the Impian, we haven't cracked on with it like we should have done.
Shouldn't have got the damn thing.
Oh, should have saved it. I've saved it from its impending doom. Impending Impian doom. But there will be some Wadger updates later on in the month. Anyway, upcoming work then. Let's talk about that before we end the podcast. What have we got to do this month?
Put some rear springs on this.
Yeah, well, we talked about that.
Then we're going to check the front tracking, just as a matter of course.
We are.
Here.
You might be able to see in the workshop we've got the Dunlop tracking gauges out. We're going to be tracking the Smart. We can't obviously do that until it's all on the deck and all the tyre pressures have been checked and the springs. So we're going to do that 1950s styly. I'm expecting there to be some adjustment there because it is pulling a little bit to the left.
Right.
After hitting a big pothole.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah. And I need to use a car that's got more than 2 seats by the end of the month because my friends and Mrs. JC are going to that old London town.
You'll put some cushions in the back of the van then.
Well, yeah, I can't really be doing that. So I need to use my Audi A4, which we're going to get out from the collection, fit those rumble strips and check the, replace the window. And the MOT is due, on a car.
Great.
It's due on the Rover 75. I'm probably going to let it lapse. And then when it's spring, when we can get the Rover 75 out and done properly and looked at, we'll then MOT the Rover 75. Because I'm not going to be using it in the next couple of weeks. So we'll let that lapse. But there is work coming on the channel on the Audi A4 B5, my green one, maybe the silver one as well, and MOT stuff on the Rover 75.
That's it?
Well, it is and it isn't.
Why?
Because you know in the last Pistons podcast, we talked about the white Proton Aeroback.
Yeah.
And you said, you better not be buying that car or saving that car because you'll need a new mechanic. Yep. I'll go on strike. You can take all your car collection, you can shove it
And I meant
in your back garden. The Proton Aeroback white one has gone. It's gone. It's left the Banger Boys. It's found a new home. I actually don't know where it's gone. Do you know what he did? He raffled it off. And good idea. He sold them £10 a ticket. The problem I've got is the Banger Boys are friends with Banger Boys.
Aye.
And the Banger Boys are not going to...
Are they? But they all like Protons.
...turn down a tenner punt on a Proton. Do you know what's going to happen to it, don't you?
No,
you know where it's
stored.
No, it's not. It's going to go round an oval. It's going to go round a track. How do I feel about that? I'll be honest with you. It wasn't as good as it looked in my video. It needed money spending on it. There was obviously the rot on the back there that needed doing. It would have been lovely to save it and have as part of my collection. However...
Can't do so many.
I can't keep everything.
You can't.
And I can't keep working you to the bone.
No.
So I let it go. I let my head rule my heart. But it's gone. So I don't need to think about it anymore. Can't do any more about that. One thing I do need to tell you, I went and looked at a Smart Roadster. I thought it was a Brabus, 22,000 miles. Pricey, £7,000. 3 owners. However, it was not a genuine Brabus.
Oh, wasn't it?
It was a smart roadster that had some Brabus parts stuck on it. And for £7,000,
it was a rip-off.
I wanted the real McCoy,
Real
so to
deal.
speak. The real deal. I know Brabus is just a tuning house of sticking stuff on, but I wanted a proper one with the heated seats and the gear gaiters and the flappy paddles.
You're going to have to do it, son. You're going to have to edit this.
No, I didn't buy that, and actually I'm okay with that. Remember the Fiat 595 yellow one that we looked at for Mrs. JC?
Right.
Sold, missed out on that, so don't have to buy that.
Good.
And actually, that's a good thing, because we know Mrs. JC's car, we know that it's mechanically okay, apart from needing a gearbox rebuild, and we know that it's sound.
I
So-
looked at a yellow motorbike the other day.
A yellow motorbike?
Your mum was in a wool shop, so I walked up to the motorbike shop up the road, and you've got a yellow Honda Firestorm.
Do you want me to buy you it?
No, I went back to the wool shop and says, "Ain't you got your wool bought yet, Mum? I've just bought a motorbike."
Yeah, I've bought a motorbike, have you got your wool? Good. The only other
She
thing...
didn't believe me.
What, that you'd bought a motorbike? No, because she knows that you're too stingy to part with any of your hard-earned YouTube cash.
She knows very well I she wanted to go for a ride on it before I bought it, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Any other
Did you
business?
say hard-earned YouTube cash? I just realised what you said.
You got a jack out of me last January. What more do you want?
A what?
A jack.
Holds the press. Shock horror.
yeah.
Hey, on the news it'll be, John's dad bought him a jack.
Yeah, exactly. Now crack on and fix my car. Anyway, any other business from you?
No, all good, mate.
The
All
only,
good.
The only other thing I need to tell people about is that Rustival 3 tickets have been announced that they are going on sale very shortly. If you fancy heading to Gaydon for Rustival 3 this year, keep an eye out because tickets are coming soon.
Can I go on my GS500?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll go in the Snail Van. Good. Thanks to everybody that has watched the channel this month, that has continued to support the channel.
Thank you.
To everyone that has liked, to everyone that has subscribed, everyone that watches our time-wasting waffle. I'm embracing the fact that actually it's just us cocking about a bit now. I'm not trying to be the new Jeremy Clarkson. It's just us messing about, and if people enjoy it, then, well, thank you very much. Any other business
The
from
new
you?
Jeremy Clarkson.
No, I'm not trying to be the new Jeremy Clarkson.
No, you don't want to offend so many people in one go, do you?
Somebody did tell me recently I sounded like a fat Jeremy Clarkson, and I questioned how you can sound fat. And on that note, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Have you enjoyed this, Pistons?
Well, I have.
Is it under 28 minutes? We'll soon find out. Till next time, have a great day. Stay with it. Lots of stuff still to come. See ya. Don't you go anywhere. We need to take a thumbnail.
See you, folks.
See ya.
Thumbnails.
Because you often run away before we do the thumbnail.
Because I want to crack on, Gromit. Let me dinner.
Thanks for watching this latest episode of Pistons, the podcast. Another one is coming shortly, but if you haven't caught up yet, there's previous episodes on this page now. And don't forget to hit subscribe to always get caught up with the latest podcast.